Does your business model feel like you're a 7-Eleven and open 24 hours a day? In this episode, we are diving into the nitty-gritty of those after-hour calls and texts, the highs, the lows, and some laughs along the way. So buckle up and grab your favorite late-night snack. Let's navigate this real estate roller coaster together. Hello, and welcome back to The Real Estate Woman, a podcast for women in the real estate industry who are passionate about expanding their careers through business development and leadership. I'm Debbie LaRiviere, owner of Monterre Coaching, a company that extends top talent to new heights in the real estate industry, and that's exactly what I want for you. I am going to dive right in and get your adrenaline pumping. Have you ever had that heart-stopping moment when your phone lights up at 8:30, 9:30, or heaven forbid, 11 o'clock at night, and it's your client calling or texting? Then you respond? We have all been there. If you're shaking your head in disagreement that you haven't, you're either really good at setting boundaries and should join me as a special guest on The Real Estate Woman, or you don't attract the crazy and demanding like so many of us out there. We've got your back, your late night texts, and a lot of wisdom to share today. Real estate pros often make the mistake of committing or offering it as part of a value proposition to always be available for their clients and any of their questions. I am going to stop you right there. I learned a long time ago when you sit down with a client and discuss how this crazy home buying or selling process works and you tell them about your availability, it will prevent many problems in the future. For real, they're human. They have availability boundaries too. You're not calling them at midnight to ask them if they signed the addendum. You're also a professional. And if you have nothing else to do except stay current on the, 100 plus seasons of Grey's Anatomy or House Hunters, set limitations to your time. This will give you the opportunity to be present for others in different environments. If you're thinking, what on earth does that conversation sound like? Well, I'm here to tell you. When I present the listing process or even a buyer consultation, I share, and I know you may be bracing yourself, I do bring a touch of lightheartedness to my appointments. If the house is on fire, call the fire department. If the transaction is on fire, I guarantee I am working on it. Typically, nothing can be done between the hours of, we know, like 4:58 p.m. and 9:05 a.m. And as you know, if you're seasoned agents in real estate, those lenders, title, attorney, inspectors, stagers, and anyone else you have to go to the home are really good at working during working hours. Because I am all too familiar with feeling like a 7-Eleven and open 24 hours a day, I will elaborate on a few ways to help you set and uphold boundaries on your time. First, use your technology wisely. This is a technology era, so they keep telling me. There are so many solutions and systems out there that can help you win in setting boundaries. Many programs will allow you to schedule email responses, and you can send out your property reports at a specific time. If you have an Android, and goodness knows, I miss my Android. Come on, Apple. There's a program that will allow you to schedule text responses. Because here's the key. If you respond late, or even book properties and the information actually sends to the client late at night, the client is going to be likely to respond. Now you have started the vicious cycle. Interestingly, as I work with real estate clients or coaching clients, at some point it comes up that I do go to the gym around 5:45 in the morning. That is my time. That is when I get to go and not have any other commitment. It's a great start to the day. And as a side note, I strongly recommend this for you. It never fails. People know I'm awake at 5:30. This has led me down the path of receiving the 6 a.m. freakout moments on my phone. The key is I don't respond. I am certain, very certain, they are just sharing something as they're thinking about it and don't expect a response anyway. I get my me time and I respond accordingly. Besides, for those of you who have experienced true emergencies, I will answer your call. And you also know that the treadmill or spin bike panting isn't very appealing. Second, treat your time like an appointment. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're unavailable, then you are in an appointment. Be sure to layer in self-care as appointments. If you have a shortened cycle due to a personal commitment, it is okay. Believe me, these grays don't disappear on their own, and my hairdresser has normal working hours. My clients get told that I have an appointment. Third, higher leverage. There's so many things we can leverage through automation, and there are many things that we need someone else to do to help us grow as professionals in the real estate industry. If you're starting out, leverage may look like shopping for groceries online, and oh, the money you will save there. Hire a house cleaner, hire a landscaper, or here's a great one and one of my favorites. Support the local poor college fund. Hire a kid to run errands for you. I will let you know the parents of college kids appreciate your contribution to tomorrow's future and today's groceries. As you become more successful, leverage can include hiring an executive or a personal assistant. I feel comfortable sharing this next piece with you. This podcast, as you know, is for real estate women. And there is zero chance that my colleague or team member is listening. He is a pleaser and he is a very hard worker. Between him and my husband, I wouldn't be able to accomplish what I have thus far. And my world would probably stop if either of them grew tired of my passion for my career or my humor. So I love you both. There are many times with listings and buyers that we have to open doors, meet contractors, move furniture, mow yards. Sorry, Ryan, clean the pool at a vacant home, put the light fixture back on in the pool, or just pick something up. This does not exclude bugs or small mice. You real estate agents know what I'm talking about here. The bird flies in the house, it's vacant, no one knew. But he's my guy. Anything I send to him, a text, that is it. I send a text outside of his weekly golf game because that is his boundary. I am certain it is handled. This is incredibly freeing for me to be more productive for both of us in growing the sales side and allowing me to grow the coaching business. Building a bunker around your time involves creating a strong and protective measure to safeguard your personal and professional boundaries. It requires strategic planning and time blocking. Much as we want to protect our time and say no when we aren't available, we have to set the times that we are available. Have you ever heard or read the book Eat the Frog by Brian Tracy? The idea with this book is that you do the tough things or the things that you enjoy the least first thing in the day. No delay. It's on your calendar and it's tackled without hesitation. For me, I dedicate Tuesday mornings to touch base with all my active clients. Now, I'm not saying I don't like them. I love them all. What I'm saying here is it's one of those things that I have to get done. So I make those calls and send those text updates on the progress of their listings or discuss where they are if we're working on buying a property. If I know they aren't available on Tuesday mornings, guess what? It's okay. I establish the best form of communication during that time on my calendar to provide the information, and then we can connect later in the day or later in the week. This keeps our relationship proactive versus reactive, and it protects my time. If I can't take the call later in the day, it's understood and I will get back to them. In the fast-paced world of real estate, the constant calls, texts, and interruptions, they can turn even the most serene day into a whirlwind. As your friend, I want to encourage you to structure your career to fit your life with the occasional crazy versus feeling like everyone else is in control of your time. Setting boundaries is crucial for maintaining your sanity and a healthy work-life balance. If you would like to discuss more strategies in creating boundaries around your career, be sure to schedule your free strategy session with me, the Real Estate Woman. We look forward to seeing you next time.